question, Christian. Who is that person do you admire most and why? I repeat. Who is that person do you admire most and why?
Thank you for the wonderful question, sir. Good evening, everyone. The person I admire the most would be my father. Because without all our fathers, we could not all be here tonight. That's why I chose my father as the greatest disciplinarian of my life. Thank you. That's all.
Good evening, candidate number 5.
Good evening, Mr. Bautista.
So, ano masiling mo sa mga bisita na candidate number 5?
Thanks for coming.
Okay? So, that's candidate number 5. Your question, candidate number 5. Kindly name things that make you smile. I repeat. Kindly name things that make you smile.
Well, thanks for such a nice question. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, especially to our ever-respected judges. First, the thing that makes me smile is knowing the fact that there is a family who stays firm and stands strong despite of all the difficulties and trials we are passing through. Second reason to smile is the presence of my true friends around who always go with me and loves me despite of my imperfections. Lastly, but the greatest reason to smile is remembering that there's a comrade who stays with me and will never ever leave me. It is inspiring and encouraging to know the truth that there is no greater and upholding love than the love of our Savior Jesus Christ. That's all. Thank you.
That's candidate number 5. Okay. Good evening, candidate number 6,
Good
Faisa.
evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, sir.
Okay, so here's your question. Faisa, describe a perfect family. I repeat. Describe a perfect family.
Thank you for the question, sir. Nobody is perfect. Therefore, there is no perfect family. But as long as every member cares, understands, supports, loves, and with the center of the Lord, that would be the perfect family for me. Thank you.
Candidate number 6 from the juniors. Candidate number 7. Okay, so candidate number 7, what do you think is your talent that you can share to others? I repeat, candidate number 7, what do you think is your talent that you can share to others?
Good evening, Sir Bautista. Good evening to all of you. In my case, I think my best talent is to dance a folk dance because folk dance symbolizes our culture. But nowadays, I can see that there are only few teenage people who are still enjoying our folk dance culture. And I, as one of the teenagers in the present generation, is willing to help them realize that even if we have that what we call modern dance, we must still remember our own culture and our own traditions, not only in the field of dancing but also in other things. Because by doing this, we are also showing other people that we are proud to be a Filipino. That's all. Thank you.
Candidate number 7 is from the 4th year. Good evening, Christine.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to sir.
Okay, so Christine, your question is, whose advice do you usually seek first when you have a problem? I repeat, whose advice do you usually seek first when you have a problem?
Being a teenager, every time I feel like I'm down to life, I always seek for my parents' advice, for I believe that my parents know what's the best for me. And most of all, I know that when everything was been running around my world, only families left to me, especially my parents. That's all. Thank you.
That's candidate number 8. Please please. Candidate number 5. Who among the women leaders of the world you like to meet and why? I repeat, candidate number 5. Who among the women leaders of the world you like to meet and why?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, if given a chance, I would make Indian leader Indira Gandhi. As we all know, India was one of the poorest countries in the world. I would ask her if what inspired her or pushed her to serve her people that made her country for a better, progressive one. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
That's candidate number 6. Or number 5, brother. Russell Itona from the 40th. Candidate number 6, J.R. Beraye. Your question. How can you show your parents that you love them? I repeat, how can you show your parents that you love them?
Good evening, everyone. I can show to my parents that I love them through the fourth commandment that God has given us. Honor thy father and thy mother. Honor not through material things nor achievement, but H-O-N-O-R as in H for my honesty, O for my obligations as the eldest son, and for never say no because our parents know what's best for us. O for owning their own problems as my own. R for respect, most importantly. Thank you.
Number 7. Okay. Candidate number 7. Your question. Okay, so here is your question. Can you define love? Candidate number 7. Define love.
Yes.
Have you been in love? Candidate number 7.
Yes.
Define love.
Love is avoid the achievement in life. That's all. Thank you.
That's candidate number 7. In love. Good to see candidate number 7. Thank you. That's wrong. Candidate number 8. Candidate number 8. Okay, so candidate number 8. How do you envision yourself in the future? I repeat, how do you envision yourself in the future?
First of all, good evening to you all. I envision myself in the future as a successful marine engineer. The root word is success. And let me share to you a saying, and it goes like this. Success doesn't go to you. You go for it. I believe whatever goal we have in the future, we must invest as soon as possible. And the right time is right here, right now. Being part of this event is already part of my success in the future. I would like to thank the people who continue believing in me and give me courage in this event. With this, you are all part of my success in the future. Thank you and God bless us all.
That's candidate number 8, Presensano Sigaya. Candidate number 9. If you were a precious gemstone, what would you be and why? I repeat, candidate number 9, Jennifer Preston. If you were a precious gemstone, what would you be and why?
Good evening, Sir Bautista, and good evening to each and everyone, especially to our judges. If I am a precious gemstone, I would like to be a diamond. Diamond is the hardest gem and the most expensive one. Anyone who can have it, we're so proud to wear. I am strong like the hardest gem, yet I want my family, loved ones and friends feel so proud that they have me. That's all and thank you. Once again, good evening.
That's candidate number 9. Candidate number 10. Pick one, Lady May.
Good evening.
Question candidate number 10. What can you say to your fellow collections now that you're in your last school year? I repeat, what can you say to your fellow collections now that you're in your last school year?
Well, as a student of this school, Don Felix Motinola Memorial College, and being in my last year in high school, this is what I can say to my fellow collections. Being an eldest sister to most of you here, do take my advice in times of challenges in your life. Just be yourself, be good to other people, because it is a way to gain respect and trust. And this respect and trust are the most important factor which will help us to become well-motivated people. That's all. And once again, good evening.
That's candidate number 10. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our candidates and their Q&A portion. First special award is the Mr. Photogenic. Miss Photogenic. Miss Photogenic.